EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Arizona Cardinals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is...
Off the play fake, Prescott. And his first look is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Complete.
13 yards there and a Washington first. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Prescott's pass.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run with Love. Able to slither by. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the carry, it's Love. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 27, Murray flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Now Murray off play action. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter.
7, Washington 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start the drive with Love here. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Buda Baker on the tackle. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Cardinals 7, Washington 6.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Love. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Love. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now for Love. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Love. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They turn to Love on the handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Now Prescott. They set up the screen for Dobbins. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And his kick is indeed good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Murray. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, this is Geis. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Murray. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Geis. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Washington 9. Zane Gonzalez.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a run with Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taken in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Murray now on first down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Got a man, and gets him in stride.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Back to the ground game now with Geis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Murray going to throw. That is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's third down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. To the right side, it's Kelce. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run again with Love on first down. This will go for 5 up to the 33. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Second and 5 now. Prescott. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Prescott now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Washington.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On play action, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
First down, Washington.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Now 4th down.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Love. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
17.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
35-yard line.
This is Geis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check 15, check 15. 70 lying. Back. Make it work.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Landon Collins made the tackle.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Play fake. Murray. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Prescott to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And that's the play, that pick by Mathieu, that will seal this football game.
The Honey Badger does it again. And I think one of the best nicknames that's ever been given. Just so inspired. He may not care, as Honey Badgers don't, but he understands how to get around the ball, and he just sealed another victory.
How do you know about the mental psyche of a Honey Badger?
That's always been the expression. The Honey Badger, he doesn't care.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
5-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
3rd down, here's Geis. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Arizona, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.